And now we will learn how attorneys manage their items list. You may well ask, what is the items list? Well, an item is a service or product that one sells to a customer or client. It is something you would list in the body of a sales receipt or an invoice when you make the document after providing the service for the client. Each item is connected to an income type of account in the chart of accounts. Every time an item is placed on an invoice, the income account for that item goes up. For example, let's imagine Ross wants to track the income from the notary service that he gives to his clients. He wants to track that separately from all the other income that he earns. Well, in this example, there would be only two items Ross would put on an invoice or sale receipt. General legal services rendered is one item he could list, and then the notary service he would list separately. He wants the income from the notary service to be recorded in one particular income account in the chart of accounts, and all the other income can get recorded in the other income account, legal fees earned. So what would this look like? Well, if he goes to make the invoice for the client and he charges the client for general legal services, he would list that in the body of the invoice, and that $500 would be recorded into this account, income from legal fees. But then if he put this other item on the invoice, he charged $1.50 to notarize, and he wants to track that income separately, he would then have to put a separate income account in the chart of accounts and then connect that item to that income account so that when he puts the item on the invoice, it's the income from notary service account. So that means that the income from this notary service item would be recorded in this separate income from notary services account. Now, before we open the items list, let's make sure the chart of accounts is prepared with the income accounts that we have. From the main menu, we click List, Chart of Accounts. Now, the bottom left button controls the list, so we click Account, New. Now we know that this is an income type of account, so we click Income. Now we click Continue, and then make sure your cap locks is on and type in Income from Notary Service. Okay, then click Save and Close. Now we have one account for income for legal fees for any other general legal service, and another account for income that'll track the income specifically for the notary service. Now we can add items to the items list. From the main menu, click List, Items List. In the bottom left button of the items list, click Item, New. Now, everything we do is a service, so we click Service. Now, the name of this service that we're adding is Legal Services Rendered, and that's the general service that we provide regardless of what we do except for notary. So we click here, and we type in Legal Services Rendered. And then, of course, the income account we connect it to is Income from Legal Fees. Click the Account pull-down, choose Income from Legal Fees, and then click Next. Then, of course, the next service we provide will be Notary Service. And that account that we connect to is Income from Notary Service. Then click OK. We can now look at the chart of accounts and see if it has the name legal services rendered, then it gets recorded into the income from legal fees account. But if we put notary service on the invoice, that money amount will be recorded in this income account, income from notary services. Now, let's take a look. If we open up an invoice, you can see that if you click in the body of the invoice where it says item, you now have two possible items to choose. If you choose this one, income from legal services rendered, whatever money amount you put here will get recorded into the income from legal fees. And if you choose notary service on the next line, whatever money amount you put there will go into the income account, income from notary services. Let's close this window. Click no, because we're not saving it. Now, we will not be using notary service for the first part of the course. So what we will do is we will click item, make item inactive. This way it won't clutter up our list, and we can click here to see it if we want to reactivate it. Same thing with the chart of accounts. We should click on income from notary service because we won't be using it for a while in this course. Then in the bottom left, click account, make account inactive. If we ever need to reactivate it, we could always click here, just like we learned in a previous video.